Toronto, Canada, one of the most multicultural cities in all of North America. Why does it exist? Well, back in the early 1600s, the French were dominating the fur trade in this part of the world. They established a fort here at the mouth of the Toronto River to protect their supply ships coming from Montreal. You see, the Indigenous people in the area had no use for these European wares, so they would trade with them for furs, then take those furs back to Europe to sell. But the problem was that the portage between the two was absolutely brutal. It took months to drag the goods across land. So when the British took over the colony in 1763, they built a military port here to keep watch over the Americans to the south. But more importantly, they built a road connecting the port to the rest of the colony. And that made all the difference because now goods could be transported quickly and easily across the portage. So while the fur trade did eventually die out, this strategic port location thrived. It became a major distribution center for goods moving between Quebec and the Western Territories. Then in the 1800s, it started attracting immigrants from all over the world. Irish fleeing the potato famine, Chinese escaping poverty and persecution, Italians seeking new opportunities and jobs, and many, many more. All of them came here not knowing that 200 years prior, an entire nation had been built on the backs of slaves. Today, it's hard to believe that Toronto, the city with the longest running film festival in the world and home to the world's largest shopping mall, started as a tiny fur shack. But it's true. Let me tell you another story about a place that seemingly came out of nowhere. Have you ever wondered why Las Vegas is where it is? The answer might surprise you. For thousands of years, Indigenous people have called this desert home, building their houses out of mud bricks and making a living off the meager crops they could grow in this dry climate. But around the year 1900, people started to change. That's when the railroad finally reached this part of Nevada, and with it came the promise of easy travel to and from California, Utah, and Arizona. This small settlement became a convenient stop along the way. And so travelers started pouring in, bringing with them a thirst for excitement and adventure. The owners of the local saloons saw an opportunity to capitalize on this newfound fortune and started gambling with their customers. At first, it was just a friendly game. But soon enough, these games became a little more serious. People were betting more money than they could afford to lose. Fights broke out. People were getting hurt. The whole town was descending into chaos. Then in 1931, a man named Benjamin Siegel came to town. He cleaned up the gambling operations, introduced accounting rules, and hired bodyguards to protect his customers. Almost overnight, this dusty desert town became a hub for mobsters and gangsters. The Rat Pack, made up of Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop, performed sold-out shows at the 555 Club. And the notorious Bugsy Malone built the Flamingo Hotel, which at the time was the most luxurious hotel in the entire country. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. Gang violence continued to plague the city. There were drive-by shootings, bombings, and even a few murders. But in 1941, something incredible happened. A man named Howard Hughes moved to Las Vegas and opened up a casino of his own. Unlike the other casinos, he didn't allow gambling. Instead, he focused on providing a family-friendly environment with restaurants, shops, and even an indoor ice rink. This changed the reputation of Las Vegas forever. It showed that there was money to be made in this desert oasis without having to rely on organized crime. Soon enough, everyone wanted a piece of the pie. Families from all over the country flocked to Las Vegas. They built enormous hotels with thousands of rooms each, offering guests the chance to win big money, eat delicious food, and see world-famous entertainers. Today, Las Vegas is one of the most visited cities in the world. Did you learn nothing? I re-release episodes on new platforms every week. And if you want to help me make even more fun geography videos, please consider supporting me through the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.